Hello, hello. I'm gonna give it like 3 seconds because I've heard that that's what Twitch people say, so I feel like I have to say that. Let me do this for like 5 seconds. I've never done a YouTube live. All right. What is up? Okay. I am here to do a little morning routine, a little get ready with me, if you will, a little thing to get myself ready for Saturday. Saturdays are always literally the busiest days of my entire life. There's always something happening. There's always some social thing. There's always a lot of errands. There's always a lot of work. So I like to get my face on as fast as like possible and as easy as possible, just so I can keep it cute, keep it moving. So I'm gonna hop right into that, and I'm gonna be like looking this way a little bit, looking this way a little bit, because that's where the monitor is. But I'm just gonna hop into my skincare. Let me just move that out of the way. Okay. I'm gonna take this Origins Ginseng into the Glow Brightening Serum. I'm gonna pop that on. Vitamin C in the morning is literally the only thing that saves me. So I'm just gonna pop that right on. Get it nice and fresh. It like wakes my skin up almost. I know it's 2 p.m., but we're pretending like it's morning because I actually haven't like done my skincare makeup routine yet. So we're just pretending like it's a normal morning. Next, I'm gonna take this Honest Hydrogen Cream, and I've noticed lately, now that the seasons are kind of slowly changing, that I have been like under moisturizing, so I like to really pack that on before my makeup routine, and I've noticed that it makes a world of difference, even if you do like 2 layers of moisturizer rather than 1. So I like to really get that on. And next, honestly, this moisturizer is everything. I think this is Jessica Alba's brand, and it's just literally the most perfect moisturizer. Love that. Love that for me. I'm gonna hop on with like a little bit of coverage. I usually don't do too much on like busier days, like busier Saturdays, just because I feel like it's just really not necessary. Like it's not like I'm doing anything crazy. I'm just like trying to get my errands out of the way. So I like to just do literally the most minimal amount of coverage. I'm gonna be using my Quo brushes. And I like to just like, honestly, the smallest amount, concentrated just where the pigment is, and then just blend that upwards. I just don't think it's like the move for me to like do full coverage routine every time. Just like to cover the redness, cover the pigment, blend that upwards. I like to also concentrate on like the darker areas when I do this. Like when I'm not applying a ton of product, I just like focus like in this area. And then everything that is like just left over, I like to hit with concealer, because honestly, I feel like the thing with foundation, you don't really need like a huge layer of it kind of vibe. You just need to put like the little thin veil, and then everything can be covered with concealer. So you have to just make sure that it's an even canvas. Just like press it in. You guys. All right. Looking a little pale, but we'll fix that in a sec. with like this little thing right here, that's what I want to take care of the most. I'm going to take my Clinique Even Better Concealer and I'm just going to literally hit this right here. Just cover, cover all the things that I don't really want to feel like people are looking at. I'm going to hit a little bit under my eyes as well and prime a little bit on my lids. I'm going to let this thing, I like to let it sit a little bit that's so crazy. I like to let it sit everywhere except my under eyes just for like a few seconds because I just find that it sticks better and lasts a little bit longer throughout the day. So I'm going to blend out everything around my eye area, but I'm not really going to go into like the spots. Just I feel like I should just let it sit for a bit. Let it like dry there a little, Just blend that away. Like a little tiny brush. I feel like that works the best for under eye concealer, just like the smaller the brush, the better. It really gets into this like little crevice. And just tap it out gently. Cover the redness. Just press that in. With the spot coverage, you just want to like press it, You don't want to swipe it. Like the way that I blend on my under eyes, it's a little more like swipe motion. Whereas with my spots, I like to like press it so it doesn't move around. So you're actually getting the coverage kind of like where it is, So just press that. Next, I'm gonna set my face really quick and move on to some bronzer. This is a CoverGirl Clean Fresh. I'm in the shade 140 and I'm just gonna set everything very lightly. I really like to take away like all that moisture that I just packed on with the moisturizer. So I like to just really lightly set where the concealer went and then pretty much like dust everything else. This also adds a little bit of coverage as well, so if you feel like you were lacking that a little bit after the foundation, this is perfect. Just tap that on. Where the coverage went, it's kind of the same thing, you just want to tap it, and then swipe on the other areas. And sometimes I notice that powdering over the top of concealer, like sometimes it takes away some of the pigment that you lay down, which is fine. At the end of my routine, I just go in and kind of like press like everywhere that I need covered, I just kind of like go in and back the concealer. But after like my entire makeup is done. I'm gonna take some of my Benefit. This is a Coola Light. I actually prefer this to the normal Coola just because it's a little more like day to day. It's a little more natural looking than the lip bronzer. Just gonna like very lightly bring some color into my face. Just get that on there. I concentrate a lot of my bronzer and contour stuff around like this area. For some reason, I feel like it just slims everything down and makes everything like more put together. Just lightly bring that color Like literally never, ever forget. I can never leave the house without like contouring everything. You know? Just press all that in. Alright. Now that my face makeup is like done, I'm just gonna go back with the concealer and kind of like leave it on this thing. That's just saying hello to the world right here. And I'm just gonna let it kind of chill there while I do my eyebrows. Because then I notice that it really sticks. If you just like leave it for a little bit and then kind of go back in, it really makes a difference. Rather than just like blending it out on the spot. Right. For my brows, like on busier, running around kind of days, I don't really like to like sit there and like define them. I just like to run through a little bit of brow gel, specifically tinted brow gel, just so it just kind of like ties the look together. It has a little bit of definition, but it's not like in your face. On nights out though, right, I go in. This is just the 3D brow tones by Benefit, and I'm just gonna, it's just enough pigment in there that it like highlights your brows, but it's not so much that you go outside and you're like, whoa, she really did her brows today, you know? Which is also a look that I tend to go for. You just like to fluff them like outwards a little bit, you know? There's a lot of tiny little baby hairs like in this area that you don't really see, not necessarily like a unibrow, but like little baby hairs that I like to accentuate. It just kind of makes them look a little bit fuller. It like adds a little bit of fuller brow. So I just like to highlight them. So it's just like a natural kind of look, you know? And also the same thing here, like there's a lot of little tiny hairs that kind of grow in. Listen, I'm a big fan of like bushy brows, and it just really adds like little details to the look. More about like the little texture details. So I like to highlight those as well. Roll all that in. Gets a little bit messy sometimes. And I could actually sit here and do this forever. And just a little thing. Just a little bit. You know? Just like what the powder took away. Clean that up. I'm not even kidding. I could actually sit here and do this step for hours. It's so relaxing. It's like a little brow gel. That's it. Okay. For the eyes, I'm just gonna take this Stone palette by Urban Decay. This one right here. This packaging is actually everything I've ever wanted out of a palette packaging. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna use like the lighter ones just because I am trying to stick to like a more just sticking to like the natural shades just so I can have a day look out of this rather than go all in. But I did want to use like the green shade because it's fall time. I'm all about the fall looks. I'm gonna take the Antidote and mix it with a little bit of Hex, which is red here. But this palette is so pretty. I'm just gonna mix those two and pop them into my crease. Also, this is such a bad habit. I don't know if anyone does this, but I always mix my shadows like on the mirror, and then I have to like wipe it all the time after. Pop that just right in here. I also like to, whenever it's natural looking shades, like neutral colors, whenever I put them in the crease, this is such a habit, I like to kind of drag it down my nose just a little bit instead of going in and full contouring, especially on like days where I'm running around. I don't really want to go full in and contour. I just like to just drag it on just a little bit, you know? Same thing. Just have to wing it a little. Like so. It's such a pretty shade, like especially when you mix them. It's so warm and perfect. And then I like to drag it down a bit to the lower lash line so it all ties in. And for my lid, I'm gonna keep it pretty cash. I'm just gonna take the Antidote shade again, which is like this peachy one. It's so good. This palette is so pretty. I agree. I'm just going to brush that on. So nice and so warm. You know, take this little angled brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of foundation that's just like still on my hand, and I'm gonna kind of just clean this up. Just like that. Just looks a little more put together and a little winged. I like to kind of wing everything, whether it's contour. Am I in focus? Okay, not in focus. Yeah, I'm even less in focus. Right. That's the thing about lives. Sometimes technology doesn't really want you to have a live. I'm gonna refocus. But yeah, same thing. I like to take that brush. It's a little angled face brush. Just kind of wing that. This one. Press all of that. And get in with that green color that I've just been like obsessed with since I saw the palette. Look at that, the little jade one. This one right here, the green one. Focus, please. Just this one right here. So good. I'm gonna pop it in the middle of my lid and just a little bit over here, just on the middle of the, like a little under eye bag. And just really slightly, and you have no idea how much of a difference it makes just in like a day look. On camera, it doesn't really translate because you really have to pack on color for it to like pop on camera, but in the day to day makeup, it makes the biggest difference. Because it just adds that little like shade, especially if you have like blue eyes or like green eyes, it just really brings them all out. Just like the slightest amount. Just in here. Put that on. And this one dry. And pretty much that is it. See, like I said, I'm doing a day look, and now I want to just pack on this green color so badly. But I won't. I will not. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna take the tiger's eye. I just can't do a day look to save my life. Like I always want to keep going. I'm gonna take this tiger's eye right here. Okay. It's here. And it's this like peachy, golden, shimmery shade. I'm just gonna pop some right into the under eye, or into the inner corner. Kind of drag it like this way. Highlight all that. And then I'm gonna move on to mascara before it's like really not a day look anymore. I'm just gonna highlight the brow bone. Just a little bit. And same thing with like highlighter colors. It's the same as if I'm using like a neutral shade in my crease. It's the same with highlighters. Like I just like to use it all over just so I don't waste any time like grabbing another product, doing this. Just like quickly grab that, multitask it all over. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna give my lashes a little bit of a curl and move on. For my mascara, I've been obsessively using this every single day for like 3 weeks now. It's the Extension Plus Pro Lash by Marcel. It's just like this blue one. And I've just been addicted to it. I'm all about mascaras where, you know, like 1 or 2 coats just gives you the most. Because then I don't have to sit there and just pack it on. I don't have to do lashes. When I'm running around, I just like want to do 1 coat and kind of keep it cute, keep it moving. So this is so good for that. Just really, really pops them out, you know? That's insane. It's 1 coat and it's already so good. Put that on. Fan them out. A little bit on my bottom. And yeah. I feel like eyes always take the longest, even during day looks, even during quick makeup looks. Eyes are just like what I spend, I feel like, the most time on, you know? But I think that's pretty cute for a day look. A little bit. And then for my lips, I think I'm gonna do like a little bit of a warmer, like muted brown kind of shade. I'm gonna take this NYX Butter Gloss. This stuff I've been using since I was like in high school in like grade 9. Like the butter, not necessarily the shade, but just the butter glosses. This is in the shade Bit of Honey. They're just so comfortable and so quick. It's really good. It's like the fastest little pop color. But, you know, finish it. I feel like, yeah. I feel like for the day look, this is it. Maybe I'll add a little bit more contour just because I can't sleep at night unless I have a contour every day. But other than that, I think this is it. Yeah. All right. This is the day look of the day. I'm gonna go and run around now. What is it, 3 p.m.? Time to get things moving. Thank you so much for chilling with me. I never do lives because they freak me out. They give me so much anxiety. But whenever I do, I'm like, I should do them more. They're fun. So now I'm like, should I do a live every day? Probably not. But thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And that's it. That's it for me. Thanks for joining. Bye.